very close family friend of mine, Avinda, makes the most fabulous Indian-style omelettes. And this is an omelette that, yes, of course, you could have for breakfast. And in India, you probably would have this for breakfast. But this is one of those things where I'm in a rush or I've had a really long day at work and I want a fast dinner. This is what I go to. This is a garam masala omelette, and it takes about 5 minutes exactly to cook. So what I've got here are some spring onions. Now, you can use some French shallots if you like, or an onion that's been finely diced. You wouldn't need a whole onion for this. You need about 1/4 of an onion, along with some chilli. Now, I've got a green chilli here, and I'm going to take out the seeds because I don't want the heat of this. I just want the flavour of this chilli. So I'm going to take out the seeds and the membrane in the centre there. And I only need half a chilli for 1 serving. And then we're just going to cut lengthways to start with. Put them together, line them up, and then finally chop the chilli. Now, you need a good non-stick pan for a recipe like this because you don't want the egg to stick. So I'm going to heat the pan up. You don't want it to be smoking hot because I do want to slightly sweat these onions. So just a little bit of vegetable oil into the pan. And I'm making an omelette enough for 1 person, so a 2-egg omelette here. And we'll just warm that up. And then in goes our spring onions and the chilli. Now, for the garam masala is a ground spice mix, and each garam masala is different. This one has a combination of cumin powder, coriander powder, a little bit of cardamom in there. There's also some nutmeg and white pepper. I love it, and it's really subtle. It's not overpowering whatsoever. So I'm going to add a pinch now, and I will add a little bit more to the eggs later. And while that's just toasting, I'll just prepare one of these egg tomatoes here, or Roma tomatoes if you like. And that's going to go in the filling. So everything's ready to go, and all we need to do is our eggs now. So 2 free-range eggs here, and we're going to crack them directly into a bowl. And I'm just going to season it with some salt and nothing else because we really want to highlight that garam masala. So 2 eggs, second one, and we'll just break them up with a fork and give that a really good whisk until the egg whites and the yolks have combined nicely there. And a little pinch of salt in there. And now that you've whisked that, let's get it straight into the pan here. So all of that egg, scrape that with a plastic spatula here. And I like to just give it a quick mix and turn the heat off at this stage if it's too hot and just let it settle. And you can see that it cooks really fast. Eggs are such a great protein to have and a really fantastic substitute for meat, and they really keep you full for a long time. Now we can add our tomato into the centre there, and I need to season them with a little bit of salt. And just to make this extra fluffy and light, I like the addition of a little bit of cottage cheese. This, again, is a really healthy alternative to a lot of varieties of cheeses, and the texture is fantastic, in particular with eggs like this. So now just a few more ingredients in the centre, maybe a little bit of spinach. These are just baby spinach leaves. You don't want too many of those because we do need to fold our omelette over. And I like a little bit of coriander, which I'll just pick, and I will just put in the centre. And now that that pan is hot, that residual heat is cooking the eggs. You can see how fast this meal is. Now let's fold this over, and this is where the non-stick comes really handy, because you can see we just flip it once and then twice and have a plate ready to go. And with one swift motion, we're just going to tip that omelette out. And I love how some of that filling there is oozing out the sides. It smells fantastic from that garam masala. You can top it with some fresh tomato, maybe another dollop of cottage cheese just to make it look extra special, and a little sprig of coriander on top. That's a really elegant way to serve eggs. It's an Indian-inspired omelette. You know what? It's super healthy for you. 5 minutes to do. A wonderful use of eggs.